joined the police force in the 70s, and she's made waves and enemies.
When she qualified in the police service, all hell broke loose.
Towed away Indira Gandhi's car. That was a bit cheeky, wasn't it?
All these brave young men noticed there was a braver girl. And this is dangerous.
She is Kiran Bedi.
When I changed the face of the prison, they were jealous. When I exposed corruption in the police, I embarrassed them.
There is an unholy nexus between police, politicians and criminals.
These are powerful people, and there's a high price for going against them. I had to learn not to trust most of my seniors, and certainly never my peers.
You know, most of your seniors colleagues would like to see you buried 200 feet below.
My enemies would love to see me fail, and instead, I emerged with international acclaim. Work has been my priority, and my family just got as much as I thought they needed. This is getting a little too much. It always gets too much for you,
And what were you doing chasing a mob single-handedly in the middle of Delhi?
Yes, madam, sir. Yes, that is the name of a documentary about Dr. Kiran Bedi, the first Indian woman in the Indian police force. I had the honor and pleasure of meeting Dr. Kiran Bedi right here in Fremont. I have here with me Dr. Kiran Bedi. Dr. Bedi, welcome to the Bay Area and welcome to Sitaarre. Your movie, Sir, Yes, Madam, Sir, last night was fantastic and the reception was amazing. It was a full house. How did that make you feel?
I think this was the most overwhelming response I've had. Film festivals covered in Toronto, in Adelaide and Dubai and Los Angeles. Yes, this was amazing. This was 3 times over.
Yes. And the crowd was just loved the movie, and I know you were sitting right there next to us, and you could see everyone, the emotions they were going through, and the movie just, you know, the one emotion that it had in my heart, that if I could take it away with one word, is love. The love that you received, the love that you gave to your family, and the love that you gave to prisoners, and the love that you gave to the people that you served in India. It's such an honor and pleasure to meet you in person. And one thing, when I had, in fact, I'll confess to you, when I was thinking, okay, I have to get ready for this interview, I was a little bit nervous. And I was a little bit like, okay, I have to be in my best behavior. What is Dr. Kiran Bedi going to be? How is she going to be like? But you're so personable as a person. How do you separate yourself from, as a human being, to when you are at work?
A human being is one organic whole. The mind is one composite concept which nature has gifted us. You don't separate. You respond to situations as they are. You are what you are according to each situation. And if you are a simple, kind-hearted, good human being, then that kindness, that simplicity, and that goodness will be the basis of any response you have. Whatever you are, be it professional or be it personal. So therefore, you don't have to make a conscious effort to separate. You prioritize according to the human situation.
Yeah. Thank you. What type of childhood did you have? What type of upbringing did you have with your mother and your father and your sisters?
It was just full of love, care, concern, a huge amount of giving and sacrifice. It was all the time loving each other, not loving myself, but loving my mother, loving my sisters, respecting my father, or loving my family, loving my work, loving hard work, loving discipline. So loving the directions I got, respecting directions I got from my family. So it was loving and respecting. It was a mutual upbringing of loving each other, caring for each other, and supporting each other, and respecting each other, and doing it for each other.
Indian police force mein, how did you think you were going to join the Indian police force? That's an amazing thing. I think maybe 99% of young women don't think of joining the police force. How did it come about for you?
It came out of this feeling कि बड़ी होके काम की बनी रहूंगी. काम आती रहूँगी लोगों के, काम करती रहूँगी. It was out of love for work, and work which was transformative, which alters and helps and transforms human lives and is of value to others. So ऐसा जॉब, ऐसा काम जो दूसरों के काम आता रहे. Policing तो है ही दूसरों के लिए.
Yeah, yeah. Specifically police, you were the first Indian woman in 1972 in the police force. I know you must have faced lots of conflict, lots of hardship, lots of barriers. And as the movie shows that you faced all those with a lot of grace. Where did you get the strength to do that? How do you stand up to men that are in control? How do you get the courage within yourself to do it?
You see, supposing you ask me a question of wisdom or knowledge, if it is read of only yesterday, it will only go that much deep. But if it goes deeper than that, then it started much early. But it was not getting ready to answer a question, but to answer a life. So therefore, it is important that your attitudes of life develop from the time you start becoming conscious. कि आप कैसे बनना चाहते हैं? What kind of person do you want to be? And sometimes, if you decide that I want to grow up to be a good human being, then from that moment, all those things which are right in life start falling in place. Means you will be eating the right way, you'll be spending the time right way, you'll be talking the right way, you'll be reading the right things, you'll be organized in your life, you will maintain better human relationships, you'll become more responsible. You see, it's all at the right thing, at the right places. This is what happened in my life. When I was growing up, it had gone into me that I have to grow up to be a good human being, a valuable human being, a self-reliant human being. So moment you decide that I want to be self-reliant, then you'll start training yourself in all that makes you self-reliant. Be it maturity, be it experience, be it money, be it your own decision making.
Is there anything about the American or the US system, the prison system, or the system of managing the police force that you like, that you admire, that you think would be helpful in India, even if you won't take it back at this point? But would you think if you could, you would take this attribute from the US?
Well, as far as the prison system
or police.
Well, prison systems, there's nothing much to take. The kind of reforms which we did in Tihar, there's much to offer. So as far as police system is concerned, there's much to take. We are far behind in our good policing systems. We got the manner in which they've dealt with homeland security. I think we need to look at that in a better way. The way they've resourced policing, the way they've legally armed the policing, the way they've trained policing. I think there's plenty to take. Not that India doesn't know what it needs to do, but I think no harm continue to have a look at this, particularly the laws. We are far behind in laws. And its criminal justice system. That's where we are far ahead, particularly in the judicial processes. We need to expedite our trials. And how do they go ahead in a quick jury system? We need to look at that. Because those are things which we are failing completely. Here, what is taking just 2 years to decide a case, they'll be taking almost 10 years to decide.
By the time witnesses are gone.
Yes, that's an area which is a very weak area, which we need to work on, see the systems and adopt. But there's a great resistance to such legal reforms back home in India. Therefore, these reforms are so tardy and slow. So there's a lot of give and take which can, provided we open up. The politicians, the bureaucrats, the civil servants, the administrators, willing to see reason. And some of the models which we've developed in our Tihar prison model was non-economic. They were non-finance project. It was amazing communitization of prison reforms. Even police reform. So there's plenty to give and take.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot that the East can learn from the West and vice versa.